Hey everyone, welcome back to AI Tunecraft. Today, we're doing a deep dive into two new features that arrived with Suno's recent update in June, the Weirdness and Style Influence sliders. You have already noticed these in custom mode under advanced options, right below the other settings. These two sliders are what we're focusing on today, and once you understand what they do, you can get much better and more creative results. So let's break it down, starting with the most interesting one first, weirdness. So what exactly is the weirdness slider? The best way to think of it is as Suno's creativity and risk-taking dial. This is your main control over the personality of your track. It tells the AI how much it's allowed to improvise and break the rules. At a low level, you're telling the AI, play this perfectly by the book, no surprises. At a high level, you're telling it, surprise me, get experimental, do something unexpected. Let's listen to this in action. I'm going to use one prompt, simple, elegant piano piece in the style of Mozart. By default, both these sliders are at 50% level, and for our example, we will keep the style influence at 100% and only change the weirdness setting. First, let's start at 0% weirdness. This is our baseline, where we are taking away the AI's permission to be creative. As you can hear, it's a perfectly correct and elegant classical piece. The structure is solid, the harmonies follow the rules, and it doesn't do anything unexpected. This is great if you need a clean, reliable track. Next, let's move it to the middle, to 50% weirdness. Now we're giving the AI some creative freedom. Okay, now it's getting interesting. The classical foundation is still there, but did you hear those notes that didn't exactly belong? It's still a really nice tune, and the AI is starting to add its own personality. This 50% to 70% range is often the creative sweet spot. Finally, let's see what happens when we give the AI total freedom at 100% weirdness. We're telling it to go completely wild. And there you have it. Total creative chaos. The concept of key and melody is gone. It doesn't even sound like a song anymore. However, for producers, this can be a useful tool. You can find unique textures and atonal sound effects here to sample for other projects. That's weirdness. It controls the personality, from perfectly structured to creatively chaotic. Okay, now for the second slider, style influence. This one is more about focus and purity. It answers the question, how strictly should Suno stick to the genre I asked for? This is important because it prevents your styles from sounding muddy or generic. It tells the AI how much to concentrate on your specific request. Let's do a quick test with the prompt. A simple acoustic campfire song. This time we will keep the weirdness at 0% and put style influence to test. First, let's set the style influence to a low level, around 10%. Here we're telling the AI that campfire song is just a light suggestion. So it's an acoustic song, but it's not very focused. The AI heard acoustic, but it didn't fully commit to the simple, strummed campfire feeling. Now let's use the same prompt but turn the style influence all the way up to 100%. Now we're telling the AI that its only job is to create the most authentic campfire song possible. And there's the difference. It's unmistakable now. The focus is entirely on that specific style. So, If you want a pure genre sound, you need to keep your style influence high. So how do these two powerful tools work together? It's a simple relationship. Style influence sets the boundary of your genre. Weirdness determines how much the AI gets to play inside that boundary. Let's do one final example to bring it all together. Let's say I want to create an 80s synthwave track. First, I need to set the boundary. I want a pure 80s sound, so I'll set the style influence to 100%. Next, I need to decide on the personality. I don't want a boring, generic track, so I'll set the weirdness to around 60% to encourage some creative synth melodies. Let's hear how that combination of high influence and medium weirdness sounds. And that's the result. A track that is clearly 80s synthwave, but with its own unique and creative flair. And that's the breakdown. Style influence controls the genre's purity, and weirdness controls the track's personality. Mastering the balance between these two will give you so much more control over your music. I hope this explanation was helpful. My question for you is, what's your go-to weirdness setting for your songs? Let me know in the comments. If this video helped you out, consider subscribing to AI Tunecraft for more deep dives. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.